That's the Gold Lady's castle.
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry flowers.
Hey, that degree in...
Some sort of clock? This is the princess's house. This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver. Yes.
What's in there? Another letter?
The princess's laws. Is this from the Book of Goblins?
Not that I know of.
Well, sure looks like it could be. And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title. That was the story she read us that night.
God, it makes sense now.
Yeah, she got pregnant. And she ran away to start a new life. And then she made her way to Delos Crossing, where she was finally happy. But then the baby died.
I can't even imagine how she must have felt. She left everything behind, built a whole new life for him. And then he was just gone.
I guess having us helps her move on. But when it looked like we were gonna be taken away, she snapped. She just couldn't lose any more children. It really wasn't anything we did.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this.
I don't either, but all I wanted was to understand what happened to her. And now I do.
Yeah. But we still haven't seen what's in that chest. Okay, so how do we open it?
The princess lost her most precious treasure. That's why it all happened.
I still can't wrap my head around it.
We'll let the mangy muskrat have his rock back. The Ice King goes in the forest, obviously. Gold Lady stays locked up in her castle. Here, the Secret Keeper, hiding secrets in the clouds. Back in your pond, Big Frog. There you go, Stalwart Moose. All right, should be easy enough.
Did it just get darker in here?
A baby blanket? Ollie. She noticed. Why does she have a photo of that tree locked in here?
Is that...
Leo Ronan.
Why didn't she tell us about him? Why didn't she tell us any of this?
I mean, it's fucking terrible. That's why. Allie, did we do the right thing opening this?
We did. It's better we know what happened, even if it's hard. And there's one more thing we need to see.
Are you sure?
Yes. Come on, let's go to the dock. It's time to finish this. Hey, now that we're done with the important stuff, maybe we can take a crack at these?
The Very Old Beaver's Repair List.
That's the story where the princess's house gets damaged by a storm and the animals help her fix it.
Yeah. What did they do to fix it again? She fixed the roof shingles. She fixed the planks that were blown off the walls. She turned the power back on. She repaired the water leak. She slapped the post with her tail to right it. She fixed the broken window. The Very Old Beaver's Repair List.
That's the story where the princess's house gets damaged by a storm and...
Wait. Actually, I'm not sure. Or not. Maybe not. Or not. Actually, I'm not sure. She slapped the post with her tail to right it. She fixed the broken window. She fixed the planks that were blown off the walls. She turned the power back on. She repaired the water leak. She fixed the roof shingles. crafty goblin's good deeds.
Of course. The goblins had to help out the creatures of the forest to pay off their debt to the pelican.
Well, what did they do?
You know, I don't really remember. You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
I guess we could stay a little longer if you think there's more to find. The Very Old Beaver's Repair List.
That's the story where the princess's house gets damaged by a storm and the animals help her fix it.
Yeah. What did they do to fix it again? The Very Old Beaver's Repair List.
That's the story where the princess's house gets damaged by a storm and the animals help her.
Maybe not. Wait. She fixed the roof shingle. Wait. She repaired the water leak. Wait. Or not. Actually, I'm not sure. She fixed the roof shingles. She slapped the post with her tail to right it. She fixed the planks that were blown off the walls. The Very Old Beaver's Repair List.
That's the story where the princess.
Wait. She fixed the roof shingles. She turned the power back on. The crafty goblin's good deeds.
Of course. The goblins had to help out the creatures of the forest to pay off their debt to the pelican.
Well, what did they do?
You know, I don't really remember.
They gave the stalwart moose a good scratch on the back. Wait. It broke open the beehive for the bear. They gave the stalwart moose a good scratch on the back. They hugged the princess when she was crying. Nailed it. Our lives would have been so different if their friendship hadn't gone to shit. The old bear's gifts for the princess. I'm totally blanking on that story. What did he give her again?
Why don't we open up the book and check?
A newly bloomed bluebell? Actually, I'm not sure. Some honey? A newly bloomed bluebell? Or not. Some honey? Actually, I'm not sure. Wait. A handful of ripe berries? Maybe not. A handful of ripe berries? Maybe not. Fresh caught salmon? Some honey? Actually, I'm not sure. A newly bloomed bluebell? A handful of ripe berries? Nice. Man, he had it bad. Just couldn't let go. The crafty goblin's loot.
That's from The Princess and the Two Thieves. I drew the original.
And I distinctly remember drawing that cake, which is arguably the best part of that illustration.
All right, Picasso. And you probably remember what the goblins stole in that story, huh?
I'm pretty sure they stole some eggs. Maybe they took some of the princess's fruit? What if they took some spoons? That's it. I always wondered where that drawing went. She said it was her favorite, and then one day it just disappeared. Crafty goblins go here. The Mad Hunter, always on the princess's trail. Moonhag's gotta be imprisoned in her lake. That's the Pious Pelican spot. The Very Old Beaver's repair list.
That's the story where the princess's house gets damaged by a storm and the animals help her fix it.
Yeah. What did they do to fix it? She repaired the water leak. Or not. Or not. Or not. Maybe not. Actually, I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not sure. She fixed the roof shingles. Maybe not. She fixed the roof shingles. She slapped the post with her tail to write it. She fixed the planks that... All right. Damn. That must have been rough on Eddie.
Yeah, he doesn't really like to talk about her. You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
I guess we could stay a little longer if you think there's more to find.
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
Either way, I'm ready for this to be over.
Me too. What are we waiting for? I want to know who was here that night. Let's try and remember who Marianne was arguing with.
Almost. Tom? Tom Vecchi is our father?
Of course. It had to be him.
Tessa knew, didn't she?
Yeah, she must have. That's what she didn't want to tell us.
God, Marianne and Tom?
I know.
What should we do now?
Yeah, call him out here and make him tell us what was going on.
And if he won't?
We know his secret. He will. Tom? It's Allison. We need to talk. We know it was you. Let me take the lead on this. I know him better. I mean, I thought I did, anyway.
Sure. Whatever. As long as we get answers.
Kids, listen.
You're our father.
Yes.
You knew how bad it got out here. How little we had. Why didn't you help Marianne?
You mean all the money she wanted? We didn't have anything to spare. Well, that winter was rough on everyone. You would have starved out here if not for all the free food we gave you.
Don't act like you had anything to do with that. That was all Tessa.
That's a cruel presumption, young man. Maybe it was Tessa's idea initially, but I supported it. And your mother was happy to live off our handouts.
You were here that night. You saw Marianne and Tyler. Why didn't you help?
I know it wasn't my best moment, but she threatened my life.
So you just decided to let her drown?
I didn't decide anything. Everything happened so fast, I panicked. And by the time I got to town, Brown was already on his way out. There was nothing else I could do.
You tried to burn down our barn and knocked Tyler unconscious.
I never meant to hurt anybody. You weren't supposed to be home.
Doesn't excuse the fact that you didn't even stop to help.
What do you want me to say? I panicked. I was terrified that this whole thing was gonna blow up in my face. I had to do something.
You were here that night. You saw Marianne and Tyler. Why didn't you help?
I know it wasn't my best moment, but she threatened my life.
So you just decided to let her drown?
I didn't decide anything. Everything happened so fast, I panicked. And by the time I got to town, Brown was already on his way out. There was nothing else I could do.
So what do we do now?
We tell him he's gotta fix the mess he made, one way or another.
You failed us, Tom. You need to make it right.
I'll do whatever you want, as long as none of this gets out.
Excuse me?
You want me to pay for my mistakes? Fine. But please, Tessa can't know. This'd kill her.
Tessa already knows, Tom.
No. That's impossible.
It never occurred to you the reason Tessa cut Marianne off was you?
But she never said anything. Oh, Lord.
You should try talking to your wife. Maybe if you had, we wouldn't be in this situation. And maybe Marianne wouldn't be dead.
Oh, come on. You of all people should appreciate how troubled Marianne was. She was unhinged. Something like this would have happened sooner or later.
And you just couldn't risk being there when it happened. Even though it meant leaving her to raise kids out here all by herself. None of this would have happened if you'd manned the fuck up!
I didn't have a choice. I know it shouldn't have happened. But, well, your mother was a very pretty woman. And she'd been so many places and done so many things. The way I always thought I would have. I got caught up. Love made me a fool. Look, I made mistakes. But this will not go any further than the three of us.
Why? We know. Tessa knows. Marianne's dead. There's no point in hiding it anymore.
He's afraid it'll tank his campaign. Am I wrong?
Jesus, Tom.
I've kept your secret all these years. I don't want to go spilling it. But I will if I have to.
What?
Yeah. Your little story about self-defense. I've never told anyone how Marianne really died. That night, I came out here because I was worried about your mother.
Why do they do it? They made me do it. They made me do it. Why did they do it? It's his fault. It's his fault.
hurt you.
No. No way. You're a fucking liar.
I saw what I saw.
You're manipulating us just like you manipulated her.
Tyler!
You're not listening to this, are you?